like I said, just getting my stuff set up here. Should be a pretty interesting open this evening, guys. What's up, man? You trading tonight? Still getting a few things set up. Oh, you get home? Nice. Yeah, we should have a pretty wild opening tonight, man. With all the world news going on, we should get some crazy pop at the opening tonight. So either we're gonna be a major dump fest, or it gonna go straight up. I guess because I think with the conflict going on in the Middle East, it's caused the oil prices possibly to spike. What I guess amongst other things to go down. So they're expecting some pretty wild price action tonight. And plus, Sundays is usually notorious about good trading session anyway. Usually, you get some nice trading action here at the beginning of the night. And we got about 5 more minutes before the market opens. So we'll be trading a Bewley eval this evening. What's up, TikTok world? How are you guys doing tonight? Oh no, you're good, man. Most states is against the law to even text and drive, so you're good. What's up, Ray? You ready for the crazy price action tonight, Ray? Good old Sundays, man. Woohoo! Guys, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do giveaways on TikTok because I want to do a giveaway probably tomorrow for the TikTok, just because I got to figure out how TikTok does their giveaways in the same way like I do Streamlabs. It says my platform is showing me a updated price at 26,640. That's where my price is closed at right now, Ray. By looking at my charts, let me make sure. Yeah, you can see it. It's got this 24,660 there. And we got what, 5 more minutes before we open. So I'm expecting a huge opening Sunday gap, guys. I'm thinking that I feel like we sell off today. Like we'll have a big gap to the downside. So just because of the Iran stuff that's going on, so we're probably going to open up with a huge gap. But I have no idea. At the end of the day, none of us really know which way it's going to go. We just know that we're more likely we're going to open up with a pretty crazy gap. I'm hoping for some pretty good price action this evening. Maybe if I can just knock out my $100 trade that we like to look for in the the Asia session, and get out. You're expecting everyone to short, and it's probably going to go straight up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt. Okay, DB says over in YouTube that he thinks we're going to be opening down at 250. Now is that 24,250? So you're expecting a 800 point gap, or at least a 600 point gap? No, that'd be 700. Yeah, 700 point gap. Good idea to buy the gold. Oh yeah, we're just here for the fireworks, guys. We're going to wait for that first initial move, then hopefully, then try to jump in there. That's going to be our ideal goal this evening. Imagine the people that gets like the hold over the weekend that don't have to close their trades and they're sitting in this just waiting. They could be a major from Friday and all of a sudden you got this huge sell off. Just, you're just stuck. What's up, David? How are you doing? Yeah, gold's probably going to have a big pop tonight if futures sell off. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people streaming tonight, David. There's a lot of people getting on tonight to see what the opening's going to be because they're expecting like crazy price action tonight. And watch us open with a dud. I don't think it's going to, man. I think Sundays is most of the time fairly good openings. All right, we got less than 1 minute before the market opens, guys. So, unfortunately, I'm trading Bulenox this evening, and it does not let you take a opening trade. There's always kind of a delay with them. There's a few of those prop firms that's the case. I don't know all of them that's like that. Some of them allowed you to trade right away when the market opens, but some of them will have like a 2 or 3 5 second delay where you can't really enter for that first like 5 seconds or so. Which I don't ever enter in that first 5 seconds anyway, but if you are planning on it. All right. I don't have my little timer set up, so I don't know down to the second. Woo! What just happened? What do we get? A 250 point gap? Look at DB with a 250 point gap. Oh, that's right. He was thinking 24. Okay. Woo. Let's see if we can find us at least 10 points in this mess. I don't know how much of that gap we may fill in. That's the only thing I'm not sure about here. I got to make sure I'm on the right accounts. I don't want to mess up and take the wrong account trade. That was 25. So looking for a 24,700 pushback, then looking for hopefully a pushback up above 25. For some reason, my charts are frozen. Ah, shoot. Ah, shoot. For some reason my counts aren't registering, guys. Yeah, that's... Okay, something's messing up here. Dude, come on. I swear. You gotta be effing kidding me, man. For some reason, my stuff was stuck. Why is that? Did it blow my... like I said, we're having issues over here. I don't know. Like my stuff is not working correctly. I can't even close my accounts, guys. I don't... It won't let me close. It won't let me enter. It's just... Sorry about that, buddy. Dude, I'm so annoying. Yeah, Bulinox. It won't even let me enter in a trade. Look at there, dude. That's effed up right there. Yeah, I can't enter at all. So hopefully no one else's stuff got jacked up like mine did. That's just... it makes no sense. I've tried resetting it a few times, but I'm still just having issues. Yeah, that was like my only eval too, guys. Yeah, I can't even enter. Well, crapola. Anybody else's stuff frozen up? Is anybody else able not to join in? I know somebody else says that theirs is messing up too. That totally just messed up the night there, guys. I'm trying to just keep resetting everything to see if it's going to work. Sorry about this, guys. Still just trying to get my stuff set up here. C58. Well, at least that let me did enter, but like 20 freaking points too late. And why did it go in with 10? This thing is still. Oh my, what the hell? Guys, I'm having all kind of issues over here tonight. Sorry. We're just trying to get our stuff to work correctly. Nothing is working right. I don't think it's Ninja. I think it's something to do with my accounts. My accounts were frozen. See if we can DCA back into this lower here. Shit. We lose a previous day low, we're probably going back down. We'll probably lose that previous day low. It's probably downtown from there. Then 62 will have to be a line in the sand, a line in the sand for me. Yeah, that's one of the what I was talking about. Some of the issues I have with Bulenox at the opening. It just seems like I always have some issues from there. '63 is kind of going to have to be the line in the sand here, guys. Mm. Oh, my eval's taking a beating already on the very first play. We were meant to be short, I mean long around the 40, and I feel like we're in this so late. Oh yeah, I can't handle this is a 25K, so I only got very limited drawdown on this. David. This is the area that I need to hold here. That was our last line in the sand at 63. What's up, man? Ooh, I hope that wasn't my only opportunity to get out of this. See, that could be a 800 for us to push back down. At least it gave me an opportunity to get out of the trade, but I'm not going to get out of a eval, guys. Oh, nice. Maybe. No. We may end up, if we don't get it, if we start pushing back down, we may end up blowing our eval here. Yep, that's not good. Oh shit. It's not gonna be able to withstand another push down like we did a while ago. We had our push down. It gave us an opportunity to get out of the trade, and we didn't take it. Yep. Son of a bee. I feel like my whole night's been off since the get go here, guys. No, it's not going to hold that 62 again. It already pushed down there. I already lost my 50 once, so it's going to push down. So if it pushes past the 60 area, it'll take out my account. Dude. Oh, we was able to get out of the trade again. Oh, shoot. What? What's up, OX? Yeah, my stuff was kind of messing up in the beginning, and we jumped back in, and all of a sudden, I don't know. We've been off since the start. It's just been one of those nights, man. So now we're just in it for either it's going to just blow and we'll just move on to our next eval. To me, it looks like it's going down, so it looks like we're going to lose our eval here. Yep. It didn't start off good tonight. It's a pain in the butt here. Sorry about everything tonight, guys. It's just been, like I said, it's like my stuff's been just jacked up since the beginning. Ugh. How's everybody else's nights going? The 40% would be all for elusive if you haven't bought over 5 accounts from them. And I think the first 2 are 50% off. Sorry. All right. It's Husk. Sorry about the delay, guys. I was trying to get my stuff fixed. Was kind of having a lot of issues starting out the gate this morning. All right. All right, now we should be good to go. Is there anybody in an entry right now besides the one that we destroyed a while ago? I'm kind of annoyed because I was up like $1,000 in that account. So what happened a while ago was I was on minis. I hit the buy button and I didn't realize it, but nothing ever came up. And then when I switched over to micros, it like entered multi accounts. And then my stuff was like just stuck. Like it wouldn't let me get out of the trade. Like it was just stuck. I don't know what it is about Bulenox in the opening, but sometimes I just feel like it's almost like it's just best to stay away from the opening with Bulenox sometimes. Thank you guys for the follow. Yeah, a lot of times whenever we open up with those big gaps, most time we end up going down. I would think that you would at least get 50% of this move, so that would be probably all the way back down to 225. Get a better push diet. Oh goodness. Who are you trading with now? Sad. I thought we would get a little bit more fireworks tonight, guys. I thought we'd be a lot more volume, a lot more volatility tonight. You're buy at 96. I entered a long at 71. Dude, my first original long, when everything kind of started messing up for me, I got long around 40 to 50. And I was looking for that push back up to 75, then runner up into the 800. Then my count got unstuck. Then I was like, screw it. Let's just see if we continue higher. And that's kind of how we got stuck in that last trade. Dude, I've had this number call me so many times today. It's like, come on. Like I said, I'm going to wait and see because I'm not just, I mean, it almost looks like a bullish candle. I'm looking to see if we get this 50% pullback here all the way to the 25. That'll be 50% this total move. Ooh. I was expecting a little bit more price action down there, not really the freaking 30-point whip back up. So I was hoping to be a little bit more cleaner. I mean, we got it almost right there. I couldn't really tell you if Lucif is better than Top Step user because I don't really use Top Step, so I don't really have the experience to compare the two. I don't have an entry setting up right now. We were just kind of looking for it to pull back 50% to the 25, but I thought it would be a little bit more cleaner. We get a little bit more cleaner candles. There may be some guys in the lobby here that I know there's some people in the lobby that use Top Step, so maybe they can tell you. But most time, if they're using Top Step, they probably haven't tried Lucif. Uh, Top Step usually doesn't do the promo codes with the affiliates, JL. They have a very select few of affiliate codes, but I'm not sure who they are. And they may have even done away with their affiliate codes and they just have one code for, everything. I'm not positive. I don't really follow any of Top Step stuff. Nick's over here. He said he likes Lucif way better. But, like I said, that's just, I think everybody just has their own opinion and stuff. It's up to them. So he said he likes Top Steps for the education purpose. Yeah, I feel like everybody's just going to have their own little niche, works best for them. Some rules are a little bit more friendlier than others, and some rules work better for people. It really depends on your trading style. If you're a very aggressive trader, a lot of times, like, end of day, not end of day, but like that trailing drawdown can get you. It's just dependent. Like I said, I would just do your research on as far as the rules go and see which rules works better for your trading style. So, guys, if you're wondering why we're doing the glasses, man, my eyes have been struggling because I spent so much time in the freaking what is it? In front of the computer screen. My eyes have been super kind of blurry from looking at my phone and too much screen time. Yeah, I use Lucid, Nick. I actually just got my first funded account with them last Friday. So I finally passed my first eval with them. I haven't taken any trades on it though. Let's see. Like Uno, it's the number one. Like I said, yeah. See, let me drag that over. Very first funded Lucid account, number one. We're gonna start a take profit trader, I think. Also, I just haven't got it. I want to say, man, I'd have to go look. I signed up a few weeks ago. I had been trading this eval for the last few weeks. If you go to their page, they offer three different ones. They got the flex, the black, and or in the pro. Or maybe they did away with the black and did the pro. So their evals are 25 code pro evals, 50K. Wait. They have the pro evals, the flex evals. So mine was the flex. Yes. And they got the elusive direct, which I know I wouldn't have used because that's a little too pricey for me. That's 238 just for the 25K 364. And that's if you don't want to battle the eval. Let's see. I was trying to see if there's much difference between the pro and the flex. Drawdown type on the pro is end of day, and daily drawdown none. So it looks like the difference is going to be your consistency rule. With the flex, you're only allowed to make a max 50% of the eval a day. Why are you trapped in your short, David? Dude, I got two opportunities to get out of my long and I didn't take it. Yeah, that's what we just passed our flex. But I won't trade any fundeds in the this time of the night. We'll be trading. Well, no, we won't be trading fundeds tomorrow morning because I have to take the pet to the vet early morning. So you need to make up 819. Oh. Mm. Uh, they did away with the elusive black. Yes, it's just the it's called a pro now. Yes. I had to quadruple make sure I check my accounts so I don't end up on the wrong account. I'm not sure when they combined those. Yes, I know they done that recently where they combined the black and the pro because they used to have the different ones, but they haven't had it for a little bit. I'm gonna keep a very tight, short leash on this. I just didn't know if this would be our 50% pullback for our push back up. Let me pull fib on this just to make sure. If it pulls back 50%, which it should at least get to the 64s. Woo, we're gonna be on the wrong side all night. I was hoping price action would be a little better tonight, honestly, guys. We're kind of at the 50%, so I didn't know if we're still moving down, the 50% should hold. If we lose the 50%, it should continue higher. We're just in this one micro at the moment. We've already got the 4 micros off. What were you saying about tomorrow? Maybe, Knicks. How much was our pullback for? we bring this up a lot about that 50% here in the overnight session. So we got a really nice 50% pullback here. Just a little over the 50%. Dude, I'm so frustrated about the way the night started out. That sucks. All right, new candle, new candle. All right, you can pull fib on this and see what kind of pullback we're going to get on this big 5-minute candle. As long as the 50% of this candle holds, most of the time you're good. You really don't want to start losing too much of it here. There's your 50% of the candle. This is where you need it to hold. Nice reaction. Come on. Oh, man. Nice reaction off the 50% of that candle, guys. You just need it to hold. Don't really want to get back into the 70, 80% of the candle. We could get one of these deals where it, pulls back down in here. Let's see. And we can see what the pullback is on this actual leg here. So that was roughly 60% of the pullback there. If you look at this leg here. What's up, MM Trades? We're trading micros. Thank you guys for the likes and follows tonight over here in the TikTok world. I did hear that gold had some pretty nasty. It went up. Uh-oh. Gold is up almost what, $40? Well, no, take that back. 320, about $80 if this was the opening or the low at 53.20, and it's what, $90? $90 from the low. Oil, I'm not sure. What is oil's all right, it looks like our runner's about to get stopped out here, guys. I'm gonna go to break even. This way we don't lose any more points in case this does pull back down. We'll just risk the 5 points. That's it. Because if it pushed down there once and if it goes again, it's coming back. So it really needs to pop back up here. What is the CL? Okay. Looks like it went down to 72.39. It looks like it opened up there at 76. So right now it looks just, I mean, I'm not sure how gold prices go because I don't watch gold enough to know. I don't, actually I guess it did spike up because it closed Friday at $67. So it looks like it opened up at $10 more tonight. Are any of you guys trading gold? Is that something you guys trade? I've come across a few people that trade gold, but that's something I've never tried. Yeah, oil gapped up $10, then it came back down about what, down to 72. So it gapped down, it came back down another 5. Poor oil. So that means someone made millions and they sold probably. All right, looks like our runner's about to get stopped out here. All right, runner got stopped out. Oh, you bought it on Thursday and sold it. That was, oh, oil? You bought oil, Nix? You was testing it. I've never bought a oil contract. Like, how much does it cost per contract to buy oil on the futures market? Yeah, I kept hearing in the, just from the TikTok world and just different little channels here and there talking about possible oil spike tonight. I was expecting more, a little bit more crazier price action this evening and a little bit more volatility, but we haven't really had anything. So it's been just kind of pretty mild. So very mildly at the moment, guys. Very mildly. I'm kind of curious if we can break these lows. That would almost give us a really nice confirmation that, okay, we're probably going to be moving down the rest of the way, because that means that we made a high. This would be our pullback, and we would need to make another low here for the shorts to kind of really go into effect here. At least that's how I'm going to look at it if we do break the lows here. I'm not really sure what restrictions, like what you can trade with. They don't really. I'm pretty sure it's in their information somewhere, Nick, like what futures you're allowed to buy. But most of the time, I don't usually ever deviate away from the futures market. I mean, away from NASDAQ very often. The only other thing that I've tried to buy is gold. And I mean, I know I've used them to buy gold before. But gold will definitely wreck your day real quick. To me, I think if you're waiting for the safer move, you would almost want to see it break below this low here, then have a 50% pullback, then look for the short off of the next pullback. If I'm looking for a safe move, that's what I'm going to be looking for, is basically a break of this previous low candle, pull my fib on this leg here, and look for a 50% pullback. We got 1 minute left on for a new 5-minute candle. You're just looking at the Russell as well. That is the Russell, is that that's a German market, right? Is that the German futures or European futures? Wait, you're buying for a long now or buying for a short, Dan? Oh, it's just a small cap futures. Okay. What target are you looking for, Dan, to the upside? Yeah, markets are back open, Carrot Top. Sorry if I missed that message a little sooner. The highs. Man, I was hoping I'd get the highs a while ago on that last trade I had. Okay. I've heard the Russell. I mean, I've heard plenty of other people bring up the Russell. I've just never taken, like, mess with them too much. The only other markets that I've ever really traded on was probably the ES. Nice on the long. I'm going to be a little bit more patient and just kind of wait and see what happens before we look for our next entry. My mark is 628 tonight. I'm looking for a sweep of the lows of the 6. That would be pretty nice too if we, had that later tonight where we swept down to the lows there. Oh, come on. What are we doing here, market? We're getting down in them like whole number, like numbers where you get into like, below that 725 or so, and it starts kind of. I really can't do anything. The only way that I like an entry is if we break back above this high and have some kind of pullback to create a little flag. You're about 2 minutes from the opening. So, I mean, not from the opening, but the top of the hour. So, usually a lot of times this time of the day, you usually get a nice push. Not at this time of the day, but at the top of the hour. I haven't really looked at the ES yet. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that on the vertical screen. I didn't notice I didn't have my charts pulled over far enough. You're short SD, or you're looking for shorts? Okay. I'm staying out of it. I don't like where we're sitting. I need to have like either a run of the high or low here. I'm sorry. Is the gold? Is this gold? I'm sorry, Carrot. I got 3 different chats. Sometimes I do miss some stuff. This is MNQ. Every now and then we'll switch over to gold. All right. Well, we can take a look at gold too if you're interested in gold. So right now your gold is sitting at about 5,400. And you're probably going to get some kind of pop here being the top of the hour. Let's see if this one setup works with gold where it pulls back to... That one's probably the safer of the one here. Let's see. But the charts that we're watching here is MNQ, which is the micros of the what do you want to call it? The NASDAQ carrot top. So with the micros, they're $2 a point or 50 cents a tick. If you're trading minis, they are $5 a tick or $20 a point. And if you're trading smaller accounts, it's really tough to trade minis because it will just wreck your account fairly quick. So since we're mainly trading off 25Ks and these 50Ks, we have to use, it's safer to use the mini or micros. I'm not going to consider shorts unless we break that low and have some kind of pullback. Oh no, did my TikTok go away? Oh, it did. I hate that TikTok does that sometimes. I wasn't paying attention to the chat and it freaking closed it. Son of a bee. I hate when that happens. Dude. Sorry, TikTok. That is one thing that drives me insane with TikTok. If you don't pay attention to their charts, they will close your screen. I just wasn't looking up at the main menu, and what it does, it gives me a notification. I just wasn't paying attention, and so what it'll do, it'll just take it out. So far, nice. Yeah, that's what happens, Dan. If I don't see that message pop up saying for inactivity, TikTok will close your screen within a few minutes. So that's what happened. I wasn't paying attention, and it'll just close automatically too. Like that's what happened. Everything just disappeared. Looks like my camera needs to be pointed up a little bit more. Yeah. What broker are you using now, Carrot Top? Or have you looked into any? Well, I guess first of all, are you going to be doing cash or are you going to be using prop firms, Carrot Top? I am using prop firms. So I don't use real cash. Forex in my own cash? Okay. Yeah, so we're using prop firms. So at least reason why I like prop firms, man, because it at least allows you to have an idea how much you have on the table while you're trading. And you still have an opportunity to try to make money at the same time. even though you do have to follow some rules and it varies, depends on what prop firm you're using, but you still have opportunity to make money with where you can say, I got $100 total $50 invested into this one account. So that's the max. David, my stuff went off because I wasn't paying attention to the TikTok page. And so when I don't pay attention to it, they will shut it down if I don't drag that little puzzle back over to say that I'm active. Evo. Like I said, I'm still sitting on the sidelines. We just got out of a trade a few minutes ago. We took this long here after we pulled back 50%. We did get our 10 points, but we didn't make anything on the runner. To me, I'm still in this weird zone where I really need to see it break a lower high here. It kind of gives you more of a confirmation which way we're going to go. Because I know what'll happen if I jump in this. It'll just go in the complete opposite direction. Yeah, see, Carrot Top, I don't know a lot about Forex futures either. So I know there's prop firms out there that allow you to trade Forex, but I've personally never traded Forex. So I know I couldn't give any like helpful advice when it comes to Forex. But, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, you're still going to be trading. So it's going to be risk either trading Forex or risk trading futures, no matter which way you decide. You just have to manage your risk, especially if you're using real money. What's up, Down Bad? How are you doing tonight? Oh, they want you to even make a certain amount for you to draw. We're doing better now. It was a rough start. I was having some issues with connectivity issues and orders not being filled. They got filled in late, so it caused me to be really red. Then I ended up just taking a long and blowing my eval a while ago. So it was not a good start. So we had to just kind of wipe the sweat off, and we took another long while ago, but unfortunately we just had a crappy start out a while ago. It was one of my Bewley evals, unfortunately, but we don't really do funded accounts on the Asia market because I'm still fairly new to the Asia market. You know, I've only been trading it consistently since probably about the end of November. I mean, we still haven't broke this low. I mean, as long as this low doesn't break, this is still a valid long for myself anyway. Like, I would still like the long as long as we haven't broke this low here. And we're building up a nice little trend line liquidity here. I mean, just a big old bull flag. You're looking for it to come down to 24.30? That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to wait and just see what happens. If we start breaking back above this leg, I can start looking for a possible long to take. But I would also need it for us to see if we're going to hold this low here. So then I'd need to see it push down and pull back up. I got to make sure I keep looking up. I don't want my stuff to close here. We are breaking the 5-minute trend line. What time is it? Is it? Nah. It's usually a lot better when it breaks that trend line at the top of the hour. Ooh, there's your trend. See if I get 10 points out of this. I don't want to get stuck at the 55, 75 and come back down to the 50. So, okay, good deal. Got at least our 10 points out of that. I was trying to catch 10 points before we hit that previous day low. As you see, it hit that previous day low and rejected. All right, a runner may get trashed here. Well, actually, how about we just risk $20 of our profit on the runner here and see if this holds? I mean, that's a major level from Friday. So anytime you're going to hit that previous day low or high, you're going to get some kind of pullback. You want to see the short squeeze? I'll take it wherever way it's going to go. I'm not picky, Nick. I'm just looking for 10 points in runners. As long as I get my initial 10 points, don't really care what the runner does. Right now we are up 144 in this account, excluding the account that we destroyed earlier. So, and that's basically from 2 trades of looking for 10 points. We haven't made anything off the runners yet tonight. Everything's been just that initial 10 points. But I'm not going to risk more than, what's this? 1 micro, so that's $20. So we'll lose $20 of our profits if it hits the 10 points. So that took us back down to 130. But like I said, you got to be careful whenever you're pushing into these levels like previous day low. This is why we are always got the previous day low marked out. You kind of want to know where your previous day low's at. Previous day highs. And I'm bad about marking out stuff, so that's why I prefer to use indicators. I don't even think we broke that previous swing. So right now we are still trapped in between this leg here. So really there is no confirmation that the longs are going to continue here. But I still like the longs for myself as long as this low is still in contact. Gotta find some different music. Got on a little bit of a love song here. They just trapped the new shorts. Oh, goodness. Nighttime, man, I don't like holding trades. One treat away from a dump. Oh, that's good ones. Don't Nick's getting the FOMO. Nice, Ray. Even if I end up green on this account, Ray, I'll be considered red because we jacked up our account earlier. Oh man, excuse me. Unfortunately, we won't be able to take our funded trades tomorrow morning. I have to have my dog to the vet around 10:30 or 8:30 in the morning, and that's what time the market opens for me is 8:30. Woo. Is anybody holding long, or did you at least take some profit? Last chance for the Bears. Hey, as long as Bears hold that 19, was that 15, I still like longs, but if Bears push below that 15, then I'll have to switch my bias. We really have not had the greatest like big type movement price action down bad. Woo, that's looking pretty. Let's see if they hold it. If you're a bull, you do not want to lose that 15. You're getting ready for the setup. There's tons of bear. Okay, so you're watching the volume chart. Where's your long at, Dan? The previous red candle wick. This one, that 80 right here. Man, you got long right into the previous day low on that one. Let's see. Been a lot of support in here. Let's see what the ES is doing. I don't even see my ES charts moving. See, I feel like I'm still having issues with some of my charts, guys, tonight. The ES could be retesting those lows down at 604s. The 717 is about to leak some oil. Woo. Mm. 2 minis left. Oh, wait, you were short from up there. Oh, okay. Wait, no. Was someone long? I thought Dan said you were long. So you're short, Dan, not long? Thank you guys all for joining us tonight over here in the TikTok world and YouTube. So hopefully everybody's having a safe night. We did have a pretty shaky start out tonight. We ended up wrecking one of our evals because I don't know. I was having issues where my stuff wasn't showing up, and I know that's an issue that with some prop firms, it seems like whenever you try to log on when the market opens, it's just not quite there. It's like super shaky. And I entered, I got stuck, I got in the red, and I entered again, and the account basically went bye-bye. So you've had 7K volume for the last 5-minute candles. Every other candle over the last 30 minutes has been 44-ish. More nice. Like I said, I'm sitting on the sidelines for a few minutes since we just got out of a trade. I want to get out of this range because I feel like we're just kind of stuck in this range at the moment. But you're in that 2 minis. You're holding 2 minis for 80 points. How big is your account? Or 2 micros? Is in a downtrend. Asia will open with a huge sell. No trades for you. Once we kind of got back onto the right track, I mean, it's been all good. We've taken 2 10-point winners since we kind of just had to regroup after the disaster of the opening. We took this long here, but we also were aware that the previous day low was there at the 80. So if you're trading into any kind of major support level, always at least give yourself 10 or 15 points. I mean, looking at the Rico candles, man, it looks like what time is it? You might get a little bit movement here in about another, say, 5 more minutes at the bottom of the hour for your 30-minute candle. See here on this pullback, if you're still short, you don't want to see us break back above the 38 here. That's the non-EMA to kind of keep this same range. Then your 46 will be your next one. Whew. Man, you guys are going in heavy. 3 minis. Whew. What size account? What size account are you trading over there, Waters? Fitz Waters. Okay, that's good then. If you got 150K, 3 minis, that's not bad. Got a decent buffer. Nice. Who's your 150K with, Waters? Tradeify, okay. I've never used Tradeify. I mean, I haven't heard nothing bad about them, but I mean, I've never used them. I don't know much about. I mean, I've heard of them, but I've never really used them. You may get a trade back into your entry here, Dan. If you're still holding, we may we may trade back at the top of the range. Oh, you jump back in long? Man, you're on both sides. Oh, two red candles. Okay. A lot of big money's earned trade with Tradeify. Yeah, there's several people that come through here to use Tradeify. Like I said, I've never heard nothing negative or anything about them. I just don't know a whole lot about their accounts. Uh, I don't really have the amount. Usually, I just wait for pullbacks with uh like a trend. Here you go. Let me pull it over. It's easier to see to kind of show you than. So it's really not about the. Let me close this. So it's how many candles. It's more or less what the trend looks like. So, for instance, this is why I was saying that you had to for the Bears, you had to kind of hold the 37.44 here, and we pretty much hit that 50 EMA on the Rico candles. I don't usually take these really much in the Asia market just because it's too slow. I prefer to take it in New York session where it's like super trendy and fast. You can see, look at this thing just straight across here. So I'll show you what I'm looking for whenever we're trading in the New York session. Even though this stuff was choppy as crap Friday, man. Let's see. Like I said, it was super choppy on Friday. My favorite setup is after all your EMAs and clouds are the same color. The better one is where you get this wick where it trades into the 21 EMA. Let me make sure I didn't change my settings. I know I was messing with this stuff the other day. I don't think I did, but never know. or you can look for like super trendy type days. As long as we're staying under the 50, man, I still look for shorts whenever I'm trading this HIMS. Nice pull back into the 21 there. 2 candles. But I like the wicks better than I actually do the actual pullbacks. I feel like the wicks are a lot stronger. But you got to think, man, each one of those candles is 30 points. So it's not, usually whatever way those Ricos are going, that's pretty much the direction we're going because they're 30-point candles. That's why a lot of times you'll see me get like those really quick 10-point trades, HIMS, because I'll enter right at the top of a pullback on those candles, and it'll knock out 10 points real quick. Then most time, you get stopped out on the runner. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping we would have definitely a lot more volume tonight. I was hoping the market would just be moving like 10, 20 points out of nowhere just on whips. But man, everybody kept talking about we're going to have some nice volatility tonight, and we don't have it. We're kind of in a 60-point range for the last since 520, 620, last 30 minutes. No, for the last hour. I'm sorry, the last hour. We've been just stuck in this 80-point range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, 60-point range. So if the VA's flat, you don't trade more than 1 micro. Yeah, it's slow as crap, Dan. Like I said, I was hoping for better price action tonight. I thought we'd be amped up this evening. I wasn't sure if the ES would get down there to those 04s, and I feel like that's the bull bear line for the ES, the 68 04s. So, whew. Yeah, it's already 7:30. We're only going to be here for another, say, 30 minutes, guys. Then I may come back later tonight. It all depends if I start feeling sleepy. Lately, we haven't really been doing a lot of the Sunday nights. And I almost wish I didn't do this Sunday night. I wouldn't have got myself in trouble with those accounts. And see, usually I don't get those issues because usually I don't start trading 2 hours until after the market opens. So usually don't have too many issues. All right, we're kind of getting at that consolidation area, the bottom of our range here, our idiot box. We're about to run. Where are you? Are you in a position, Waters? I couldn't remember if you said you were in a position. You're closed right now. Nice. Looks like a sinking ship. I don't care which way we go. I'd like to find another little 10-point trade if we could. I just know you have to do it before you get to the 6804s on the ES. That 64s, 07, 06 area. That was like a major support level for the ES the last couple weeks. I lost my eval completely, Alex. So you're not alone tonight. I had a lot of technical issues when we opened. then I was like, screw it, we're just gonna hold it because I already lost a bunch on it. So I was like, I was already annoyed by then. So lost all the profit we made last week in that account too. That's why I was kind of annoyed with it. Well, was it at least an eval or was that real money or a funded account, Alex? We're usually trading 25Ks or 50Ks waters. So most of my accounts right now are 50s and 25s. I can't start trading my 50 account waters because we're kind of sitting at payout on the Bewley account. So once I get paid this $1,000, I can start trading again. And then I'm $1,000 away from this account. And this is a brand new, I just passed my very first elusive account. So, and this is the eval we just started because we jacked up our last eval. So I'm hoping Wednesday they'll unlock this. This way we can start trading this. Dude, that's what I was saying. Like it put me in the red so much. I was annoyed after it happened. And I was like, so I was already in the red. So I was like, screw it. That's why I went in and just took that long from earlier. It's like, screw it. We're just going to go and grab long and see if it goes back up. Like I was in an entry, but I couldn't even see the entry. It was weird. then it was stuck. So I don't know. I kind of said that a little bit before open. I was like, man, sometimes these Bewleys does not open very well. And I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it just takes a while for Ripnik. And I'm not even sure if it's on Bulinox's end. It probably could be a connection issue between the prop firm and the Ripnik issue. So I don't really know where it comes from. I just know with some prop firms, like trying to take that first early trade, it just does not register. So, and you'll have like laggy issues. And I'm not saying with all of them because I haven't used all of them, but I just know I use Bewley the most, and I know sometimes I've had that issue with Bulinox. But see, I don't ever trade the opening market during the Asia market, so I don't ever have that issue. But tonight, I thought we were going to have like crazy, crazy volatility price action, and so we wanted to get on here and trade. But as you can see, we got the big gap down, the big move back up, and now we're just kind of sitting here. You feel like people made enough money day trading, they'll have to sell a course. I don't do the course thing there, Scooby Doo. I don't do the I don't do like the individual teaching stuff. I just share what I do, and if people find it helpful for what I do and add it to whatever strategy they're using. But I don't do like signal call outs or none of that stuff. I'm just here to like kind of like the rest of you guys, just sharing what I'm doing, and hopefully you guys share what you're doing, and maybe because I've taken stuff that people share in the lobbies and try out. Because somebody always knows more than what you probably know because they've been around longer, or maybe they're brand new and they're learning. Somebody in the lobby else could learn something from you that's new to trading. Where did your 18 or your 819 come from, David? How did you get down 800? Did you go in like super heavy with a couple minis or something to get down $800? And what kind of account is it? Is it just an eval or evaluation or funded account or money account? Yeah, I don't ever do courses either. Everything, almost anything and everything you need is online one way or another. I guess unless you're trying to trade something super specific that you like the way someone trades. But even most of those people have taken that information from somebody else or somewhere along the line. Because, I mean, heck, trading's been around for what, 100 plus years? It's been around forever. I couldn't tell you when it started. I mean, I guess we could look it up real quick. When did the stock market first open? When did Hmm. The stock market officially began May 17th, 1792. So what is that? Almost 100 and is that 10, 20, 30, 130 going on 140 years? Woof. Oh wait, 18. Hell, that's a lot longer than that. Man, that's like 200 years. It says that the stock exchange officially opened on 1792. So never mind, that's 230 years. I'm about 100 years off. Oh goodness, around forever. It'll be around forever and probably around long after we're gone. It says the first U.S. stock exchange was the Philadelphia Stock Exchange, was founded in the early 1790s. Then the first electrical market, the NASDAQ, was founded in 1971. So NASDAQ wasn't founded till 1971. I guess that was the first electronic market. I guess that's where you get them old 80 movies and all the guys in there like raising their hand and have the papers and all that stuff that you see in them older movies. Yeah, that was the old school, like, the stuff you see in the movies with the stock market back in the day. Nice. Woo, do we go back up to do we run the range back up to the previous day low here? There was equal high sitting right there. Let's see. Uh-oh. Scared me there for a minute. I thought TikTok was about to shut down again. My timer is still frozen. What do we got? About 2 minutes left on this next 5-minute candle. See, and you got about 50. You're about to have a new 15-minute candle too. Well, if you're in your longs, or hopefully you get back to your position here. Yeah, we're going to wait and see what happens with this next candle here. That'll be a new 5-minute candle, new 15-minute candle. Oh, not even a pullback. Be careful. There is no wick on this candle. Come on, Dan. Hopefully you get your position back. You're almost back to your break-even spot here. All right. That was almost the first 75. If we can pull back, I might be able to find myself an entry here, but I'm not going to take a long into the 80s though. There's just that is very, very dangerous for myself to take a long into the 80s, into the previous day low after we've already hit that spot. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4 times? Yeah. What I don't like about it, Dan, is there's no wick on the bottom of this 5-minute candle here. And a lot of times, if you don't get no wick, most of the time it comes back. Kind of hoping for a little bit deeper pullback off that 75. A lot of times you hit that 75, you get a pullback into the 50s to kind of retest these double wicks in here, kind of retest this area. You kind of want to see this area hold. It came back twice. Get in. Time is it here? Same on the Dow Jones. Nice. Same here. I was waiting for like a cleaner pullback. How much time we got left? We got about another less than 2 minutes on this next candle. A lot of times you'll hit that 75 level and you'll pull back to the 50 level for a retest. I just know I'm not going to try to take a long into the previous day low because of how many times we've hit this location. We've already hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, and if we hit it here, that'll be 5 times. So you would think after the 5th or 6th time we would finally get through that level, but you don't want to get caught there. I hate that I'm gonna miss the opening trade in the morning. We're gonna miss out on our trade to look for our $100. 23 years trading candles and they tell a story. Nice. What is that, methodical man? I guess I missed your conversation, what you were talking about. I will take it as a tribute to you. What is that? You're talking about a long? Oh, you'll take the open trade for me? Yeah, I know, man. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully there won't be no major, world conflict. Which I don't ever wish on wars for anybody. It just means innocent people get hurt. Most of us normal folks. Oh, it was a joke. Oh, okay. No, it's gonna pop. Damn it. Didn't get the pullback, guys. What I could do is if we squeeze here, wait for the print above the previous day low, then look and see if we can get a wick to push back into the see if you can get a wick to push back into the previous day low. And this way it'll be bouncing off all these candles that we had a consolidation a while ago. And we're gonna get a pop in about 9 minutes once that top of the hour candle gets here. Like my clock's not even working. I almost need like a second clock because I like to watch the countdown. You're stuck in a short? Tonight has been a straight up range night. So, I mean, like, we've been stuck in a 60-point range. Tonight, if you're good at range trades, man, tonight has been your night. We've already taken 2 trades so far, but we've only gotten the 10 points. We haven't got anything off the runners besides the crazy chaos from my opening, but everything else has been fairly good so far. Uh, what shorts is that? Knicks? I'm not looking for any shorts. Oh, I don't remember where he took his short at. Ray, where did you take your short at from earlier? Nice. Too many clothes. Nice, Dan. I'm glad you got out of your trade. I know you've been holding that thing for a minute. All right, we're about to get a new 5-minute candle. So let's see if we get some kind of pullback here or if we finally pop that previous day low. I am considering for myself to take the long above the previous day low if we're able to get some kind of wick into it. Then look for at least 10 points. Don't know if we'll get anything on the runner though. But I still feel like we need a 50 pullback. I want to see us pull back and retest these wicks here. Like a pullback to say like the 60s or even the 54s. Thank you guys for the follow. Oh no, we just got above there. Dang it. Ah, look at that. It's finding support on top of that previous day low. Let's see if it holds. Don't know if we get back below here. I'm just waiting to see. Just remember, the nighttime likes to pull back to the 50%. And that's all the way back down at 750. Where was your short at, Ray? So if the market ends up pulling back 50% of this leg, that would be back down to the 750s, and that would be a nice spot. But I'm not sure if we get back through this previous day low. Whew. Oh, you jumped in thinking that we were going to break those lows and it was going to go. Okay, I can see that happening. Trying to think that we may take out the 700s. That would be a very easy short to kind of guess on. I could see that. Yeah, because it looks like you got into profit, what, 8 points before it started yanking back up. Dude. I'm going to just jump in early. I'm only jumping in with 3 micros here, guys. I'm going to see if it pops at the top of the hour. And I may even go close to break even. Just, I don't want to sit through drawdown on this trade. So 5 to 10 points would be my max risk on this trade. What time is it? Is it the top of the hour? I'm going to go to break even because I can always re-enter if it stops me out. Because I know we got the top of the hour coming. Like I said, I'm not going to sit through drawdown. We are entering just on 3 micros, so I'd rather just take my stop loss and move to the next trade before we sit through a lot of drawdown. I was hoping that we'd get a pop on that hourly candle. So if we start pulling back, I would anticipate a pullback to the 60s. If you pull fib on this whole move here, so that would be what, down to the 55s. And that's if we lose the 80s. Oh, you entered short? Oh no, dang it. I entered long. I could see shorts pulling back if we lose the 80s. If we lose the 80s, it's coming back probably to the 60, 65s. Let's see. We may even just. Well, I still got $70 in profit left, so that would put me at what, 70? 70? I was anticipating a better looking candle for the top of the hour. Oh, it missed me by a tick. No, that was dirty. Oh, shoot, that was dirty. Oh, come on. All right. Since it missed this, I may just take the stop out for 10 points if it comes back and stops us out down here. And just look for another entry. Damn it. It missed me literally by a tick. What did that push up to? I mean, I had my take profit like at what, 825? We'll give it one more try here. Oh, shoot. Come on. Dude, I should have gotten stopped out on my last trade. There's nothing worse when you miss your freaking target by like a tick, man. Should have just taken freaking. Dude, don't. Oh, man, it's so close. Okay. Holy goodness, man. Just had to re-enter from that one. So unfortunately, I had to take that little loss while ago and just go in a little bit heavier on the next one. I just did not want to sit through drawdown. I'd already done that one night. I'm one of those people, man, if I go in with 3 micros, I'd rather just take my loss and move to the next trade. 3 micros, just take your $60 loss. And now, see, now we're back over $200. So pushed it back over 200 here. So we made up for our loss and some. Woo, TikTok, you almost got shut down again, guys. No. I'm 30 seconds away. There we go. Whoa. TikTok almost got shut down again. Did we just run the high of the opener or the last wick up? Are you trying to DCA back into it or Ray? I hate that the night had to start off the way it did, guys. Man, it's so annoying. All right. Dude, how much front? I mean, I feel like I'm leaving a lot on the table if I take it off here. Oh, shoot. We got that previous day low. All right, we will take it off there. I mean, 50-point trade is a lot in the evenings. Let's see how much time we got left on this thing. Got 1 minute left. I want to be done out of this before this 5-minute candle ends. All right. This is where I thought it was going to the 60s at this Thursday's low. 62. Dude. Is that going to be a nice short area? How much time we got left? 1 minute left. Man. Don't be greedy. I don't know if we get through the previous day close there without some kind of pullback. Or do we blast it? Oh, it's blasting. We just left a lot on the table. Well, I don't know. You still have this wick here. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't think it gets through this, does it? I looked at the 4-hour candle and it's just shorted. Woo. It didn't hold like I thought it was going to, so man, are we gonna get the gap fill in the previous day close at 52? That means we're gonna just left a lot on the table. A lot of candles in this area. I mean, I don't see how we don't get a pullback here. There's just so many candles. Don't mean much on the squeeze. You said 851's half gap. Hey, I already took it for 50 points on that one, Nix. Whew, this thing's just squeezing. No 50% pullback. I thought we were going to get the 50% pullback here, but we did not get it, man. That next candle just ripped. Must have been some news. I'm not sure, man. We just have like basically 100-point rip off that previous day low. That's what I was long biased as soon as we got above that previous day low. I was expecting a little bit cleaner price action. I wish it would have done more of a kind of like where it prints above it. Then you get that nice wick pull back into the previous day low off of all these candles here. But I didn't anticipate that, you can never anticipate this type of move here, I was just trying to get my 10 points. You're done till tomorrow. Yeah, same here. We're doing good, CJ, I'm sorry. I don't know. I've just never used a Bookmap. We take most of our trades based off of support and resistance area, CJ. So we already said that we're going to be looking for longs once we print above the previous day low. We already had an hour of consolidation here, and we were just looking for wicks into the consolidation area to look for entries. So everything we trade is, I'm very, very simple stuff, man. Look for 10 points in runners. A lot of times you don't get the runners for the big moves, then every now and then you'll get the big runners. Do we find support at the 61s on this previous day close from, or do we break it here? Is that what you use, CJ's book map? Thank you guys for the likes and follows tonight from both streams between TikTok and YouTube. Whew. Like I said, guys, we were only going till 8 o'clock tonight. We're already kind of past it. I'll give it another few minutes and see if we pull back. We will be back tomorrow. Oh, okay. You've been using book. No, I can understand that. So you've been using Bookmap for 5 years, but okay. I'd be scared. It'll be. It's like I want a long, but I don't want a long. I almost don't even want to take no more entries. I think I want to be done, Dan. I think I'd like to finish it off. We're up 279 after wrecking our account in the beginning, so I figure we'll just take that good start and move on. We'll have to try to come back for like power hour tomorrow or something. Since we're not going to be able to trade the opening. Like I said, we have to take our pet to the vet in the morning. Kind of have to do that almost every other Monday at the moment. This one's a little earlier than usual. Usually we don't have to go this early, but usually I'm able to do the opening, run and do that real quick and get back. But tomorrow the dog is getting her teeth clean, so she's got to be there early in the morning. Oh, excuse me. What is methodical man over here slinging the rock still? What's he doing? For some reason I was thinking methodical man was in that trade with us, like he was in long. I've dabbled with the gold a little bit, CJ, but mostly just NASDAQ. Woo, kind of just consolidating here. The market needs this 50% pullback, guys. I feel like the nighttime loves the 50% pullback. Is there anybody still holding a long from way earlier? I know some of you guys, a lot of you guys were looking for longs way back down there, like before the previous day low hit. I didn't know if anybody was still holding longs and looking to see if you can get that gap fill in up there at 252 or 952. You lost two fundeds? Whew. I don't ever trade fundeds in the Asia market, David. It would never go well my side, so that's just my preference. But I know a lot of guys in those lobbies, they do trade the fundeds at night, but I've never had much luck with my fundeds. A lot of times I find myself getting in trouble in the evening sometimes. And that's just my preference in the evenings. Oh yeah, that's right. You said that. That's right. You're the one that said that you can't trade in the mornings because you work in the mornings and trade in the Asia. Okay, I remember you saying that a while ago. You said you were with Tradeify, David. What's up, Fish Dish? Basically, it's trying to fill in that gap. We had a big gap to the downside. Fishy Dish, and it looks like it wants to kind of refill in that gap fill in from earlier. Also said it would be interesting for the ES to be around. Where's the ES? I hadn't looked at. Oh, dude, the ES just went straight up. Whew. How much time left on this? 1 minute. Mm. So that 55 we just hit, that's your 21 EMA on the Bitcoin is way down. I haven't looked at Bitcoin prices tonight. Let's see. Bitcoin 66. What? Well, it's been hovering around that same spot. It's been between like 65 and 70 for the last couple weeks, I think. Since February 8th, kind of that end of January. I think that 1st of February where we had that sell off, that if I'm not mistaken, I remember a lot of people talking about it. And so it's been kind of hovering in the 60s for a minute. Check gold, yeah. That was a long. Damn it. Yeah, there's a long entry right here. Are you in a gold position? Yeah, it's just digital gold. Dude, is gold going for the gap fill in? Let's see. I'll risk $50 on a gold play. These are just $50 trades. It's just one micro. No, shoot. I thought it was going to at least push up to those previous highs up there. That means the gold wants the fill in down there. That was just a little feeler on gold. Like I said, we kind of messed. Well, actually, what was that? Actually, $30. Oh shoot, it's going for the fill in down here. What, 52.98? Does anybody here trade gold like consistently? The ES? No, ES right now is just kind of chilling there. Dude, gold might bounce hard there at the 52.97s. There's about what, 10, 15 candles sitting there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, about 15 candles. All right, guys, like I said, that's going to do it for me tonight. I have to get up super early in the morning. Yeah, we'll be back to our normal schedule stuff tomorrow night, where we'll probably be on till 10 or 11 o'clock at night. It's just tomorrow night I have to get up super early and do pet stuff. And like I said, we have to take our pet to the vet like super early in the morning. So we did lose the eval tonight from whatever that crazy stuff going on where we but the account that we actually got to trade tonight that didn't, we were up 220, but unfortunately we did lose a eval tonight. So sorry about your funded tonight, David. Yeah, there's nothing worse than losing your funded accounts, man. Makes it super frustrating. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.